Hello B1 family, and welcome back to the YouTube channel, The Big Black American Secret. Last night I heard the news that Othal Wallace was captured or turned himself in or whatever happened to the DeKalb County Police Department. And I'm here now, and I'm not allowed to visit him because of COVID-19. You got to do it online. And but anyway, I'm gonna try to go online. I just want to make sure my brother's okay. Me and him was at a security detail in a different part of Georgia. I think last month, a month before. There was a family whose family member was found hung, and the police in that area said it was a suicide. And then they didn't really go into details, and they say they're still investigating. But anyway, like I say, I met him at that gathering. I didn't know him before that, but from my sense, he's a pretty good fella. But like I say, I wanted to come visit him, put my eyes on him, make sure he okay, because y'all know how these people get down. When it come to our people. These race soldiers, and that's the bottom line, man. So, like I say. And y'all got to be careful too. They painting the narrative that he is he killed this officer. It's alleged. There has not been a trial. There's a video where you can't really see much. If that officer had his gun drawn, hell, he might have shot himself in the head during that struggle. We got to think about shit like this. These people don't mean us no fucking good. And listen here, black man, they trying to take your gun, and they gonna use every possible chance they can get to do that. They've seen the fact that black people are starting to arm ourselves and protect ourselves, and that's very scary to the system of racism, white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, me and him spent a little time on that security detail, and I forget which county in Georgia, but the brother, he got a heart for his people. You understand what I'm saying? And when a black man stands the fuck up, we stand up with him. We don't know the details. I doubt seriously. Anyway, I'm going to put it to you like this. From what I've seen on the video, dude was protecting himself. Because if you roll up on me and you put your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands on you. That's self-defense. I don't advocate violence. Never have, never will. But I do advocate self-defense with lethal, deadly force if need be. All black men and women should have this same mindset, because it is because of the system of racism, white supremacy, that they wanted us unarmed. Hell, we couldn't even carry a mirror on us back during slavery, because they wanted us to be soft targets. But now that we're standing up and we understanding who we are and what we need to do, they want to disarm us again. We ain't gonna let them. That's bullshit. Bullshit. You understand what I'm saying, people? This ain't gonna happen. Anyway, like I say, the national narrative that's gonna be pushed on all the white racist media outlets such as CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox is gonna be the narrative that this guy was a militia member. The black militia is evil, is bad. Basically, black men shouldn't have guns. And I'm telling you right now, whatever the racist white people say you don't need, that's exactly what the fuck you do need. They don't want you to have reparations. You need your fucking reparations for your stolen labor. They don't want you to have guns to protect yourself. You fucking definitely need guns to protect yourself. I don't need to tell you much in the line of proof as to the fact that they've been killing us wholesale for hundreds of years. If you're a black man and you don't understand that, then you're a special kind of stupid bootleg coon ass motherfucker. That's the best I can tell you. You special need, for real. And you should go to sleep tonight, not wake the fuck up. The world will be a better place without you. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, I just want to make sure this brother's okay. And brothers and sisters, we got to get on code. If you in a state where something is going on with a brother or sister and they down for the cause, they are B1, you need to come put your eyes on the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because they get on code. This officer allegedly was shot in the head. And like I say, he might have been shot by his own gun. We don't know. We do not know. But 500 officers responded. That's on code, people. This brother needs our support because, again, we don't know what happened. We do know this. More than likely, from what I can tell, this officer was off duty. And he walked up on a innocent man just minding his own business, and he said it's suspicious. What, his car was suspicious? That makes all cars suspicious. See what I'm saying? No, he was a black man sitting in a car, and more than likely he's been targeted because, like I say, we was in Georgia. I forget which part of Georgia. It was the northern part. It was north of where I'm at, close to Atlanta, and we've been bringing heat to these police stations about these hangings that they say are hangings that they say are suicide, and people, black folks ain't hanging themselves. These are race soldiers and racist white supremacists that's killing us and saying it's suicides. Don't fall for this bullshit. People, the name of this YouTube channel is called The Big Black American Secret. And the secret is you are an Aboriginal American. Reparations must be paid for our stolen labor. You understand what I'm saying? But the ground under your feet belong to you, your children, your children's children. What else has been stolen? Your identity, your land, and your resources constantly trying to be stolen. And listen there, game over. Game over. We know who the fuck we is, and we ain't laying down no more. We the new breed, and we ain't afraid to bleed for what is right. And what's right? Protecting our family and our property. That's a natural right. That is a God-given right. No man has to give you that right. That's a right you take at liberty. That man was approached. He feared for his life. And you see what the fuck happened. We don't have all the details, but just from looking at the video, that cop could have shot himself in the fucking head. And I don't give a damn how that statement rubs a motherfucker the wrong way or not. We don't have all the details. At this point, it's alleged. It is alleged. In this God-forsaken country, apparently, legally, we're supposed to have the right to due process. And this man will have a fair trial. He will have a fair trial. If I got any breath in my body, he's going to have a fair trial because we're going to put the heat on, people. B1, all of your platforms, I want y'all to post similar stuff. Stand with this man. He was approached at his own car, getting ready to go into his property or where he was standing at the time. I don't even know if this guy announced himself as a cop or not. But he did say something that was real fucking interesting. He said, code Charlie 77 or something like that. I've been doing some digging, and that's kind of suspect. 7, I believe, means anyway. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that, but and get back to y'all on that. But you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm about 90% sure the police have been watching him because of the work that he's doing, the work that I'm doing as the new black media. And like I tell y'all, if you are against the system of racism, white supremacy, and you trying to tear that system down, you own somebody's whiteboard. The government knows who the fuck you is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you this so that you don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. Because you're going to die sooner or fucking later. Sooner or later, your ass going to take your last breath. So I'm saying it like this. Make them earn that shit. When them motherfuckers come for you, don't lay down. Don't be no soft target. Make them earn that shit. Because they going to sure have to earn it from me. They going to sure the fuck have to earn it from me. We ain't slaves no more, people. And we on our own land. Find out who the fuck you are. Talk to your oldest relatives. Do your genealogy. In the meantime, before you do all that, just sign up. Just subscribe to this channel. Follow me. And I'm going to try to get you caught up. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to use this as a plug, but I'm going to do a shameless plug. I do teach. $49 video lessons. It's probably about 100 hours of documented proof showing you that you are an Aboriginal American, the only true American. You understand what I'm saying? And then I got a coaching class, it's hand holding. And, it's like I hold your hand and walk you through the same video information. People, we have been at war since 1492, when Christopher Columbus came here and started enslaving our people. In 1493, the Pope, Alexander, I forget which one, the 6th or the 4th, put a stamp of approval. He decreed that Spain had the right to enslave, rape, and murder the black Americans here in America, the Aboriginal indigenous Americans who did not convert to Christianity. Now, Christianity was not what the fuck really they wanted. I mean, that was just legalese. That was them crossing their I's and dotting their T's. They wanted to steal our land and resources. You understand what I'm saying? So it's real important you know who you are and what you've been up against all this time. The goal of this channel is to destroy the system of racism, white supremacy. We're building an unstoppable army of melanated people who wants to do this. You understand? And the reason the system of racism, white supremacy is evil and bad, it's the reason you don't know who you are. Back in 1850s. I want to say 18. I don't know the exact date. I got it wrote down somewhere. But Charles Darwin come up with a theory. His theory was, you can Google his theory. But anyway, his theory with a few other people, and then his half cousin also came up with some more theories, and eventually it turned into eugenics. But anyway, it planted in the minds of Europeans, white-skinned Europeans, that they were superior. You understand what I'm saying? Because before that, you had black Europeans and white Europeans working side by side on this continent in cohort together. A lot of them, people from Europe, were poor, Irish Europeans, but they were black Irish Europeans. Documented proof. Join this channel, get the training. Poor German people, also black Germans. See, Europe was large percent, I'm talking over 90% black. They called them Swarty, they called them Tawny. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing here in America. Swarty means black, Tawny means brown. Here in America, we were described as, in the year 1828 definition of America, we were described as copper colored. That's brown. That's a chocolate brown color. That's who you are. That's who I am. You understand? So you had black and brown Europeans along with white Europeans here in America who came here to colonize and to set up plantations. A lot of the first plantations were black Europeans, Sephardic Jews, Moors, that started plantations and enslaving at the behest of the French government and the English government here in the colonies, because England and France wanted to get in on some of that sugar plantation money that Spain was making. So they allowed people that they had kicked out of Spain a few years earlier, starting in 1492, and these were Sephardic Jews and Moors. They sent a lot of them who wouldn't convert to Catholicism, and they didn't want to execute, to France and England. And England saw that money that Spain was making in the sugar industry, and they allowed those Sephardic Jews and Moors, they call them port Jews, to set up plantations here in America to get labor from slavery to the plantations in the West Indies. I know all of this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you this because we are at war, always have been war. We are subjugated here in the United States because we are the only true citizens of this landmass. Everybody else are citizens through the illegal corporation called the United States of America. That corporation was started in 1871. That's why you have a president a vice president, a secretary, and a treasurer. It's an illegal corporation occupying our territory. You understand what I'm saying? So people, when things like this happen, I get highly upset and activated because the media is going to paint a narrative, a one-sided narrative, and they do this all the time. They're so good at it. It's called a psychological operation. They took this opportunity where you've got a off-duty cop. I believe he was off-duty. If he wasn't off-duty, somebody hit me. Somebody let me know. But he see a suspicious man in a suspicious car. I don't know what makes a car suspicious. And anytime a white man say that a black man, anytime he see a black man, that black man gonna be suspicious because of the system of racism, white supremacy. They have planted images of black people in our society, in our educational systems, on TV, that we're very, very bad people and evil, which is just the opposite. White people are the ones who are very bad and evil. They've committed mass murder on every continent, and they continue to do it, especially against black people worldwide. So what I'm saying is, and I might be rambling right now because I'm pissed off. You know, anyway, I wanted to come here to this damn police station, and I got to go online. I could have stayed at home and did this shit online. It's hot as fuck out here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you are a black person and you live in the United Kingdom, if you're a black person and your people are in Canada, if you're a black person and you reside in North America, South America, or the West Indies, any of those islands, you are an Aboriginal American. The transatlantic slave trade was not only told to us in reverse, but it was a lie to hide the real slave trade. The real slave trade was called, and you can Google this, International Indigenous American Slave Trade. That slave trade started in 1492, and it lasted up until the early parts of the 1900s. You never heard of that. That's because in order for the system of racism, white supremacy to work, there cannot be black Europeans. They have to paint the illusion through the out of Africa theory, through DNA, this Neanderthal theory, that all black people come out of Africa, when that's not the case. Black people are melanated people. We are products of this universe. That sun gives us energy and strength. That sun also gives skin cancer to the albino, to the Mongolian. You understand what I'm saying? Those are genetic defects of the original man and woman. Simple, right? So, in order for the system of racism, white supremacy to be effective, there cannot be any black people, especially back during slavery, with money and resources. But there were hundreds of black plantation and slave owners. There's a book, and I think it's titled 100 Black Slave Owners in the South or some shit. Matter of fact, y'all could look up, it's a story of a fella named William Ellison. He was a rich black slave owner. But here's the thing, all of those people were Europeans. They were black Europeans. And that's what happened during Reconstruction. What they did was, and this was 1863, 1865. Abraham Lincoln, the Civil War ended. A month later or two, they assassinated Abraham Lincoln, who himself was the descendants of black Europeans. He looked like you and I. But he didn't see himself as a black man. He saw himself as European. That's why shit was the way it was. So when I say Negropean, hell, that was really Negropeans. But anyway, long story short. So during Reconstruction is where these white people went around causing mass terror attacks on black communities for the sole purpose of stealing the land of these rich landowners, black people, Europeans, and indigenous people who owned land. And a lot of that enslavement was indentured servitude. It wasn't flat out chattel slavery. There was chattel slavery, but again, indentured servitude it had a few moving parts. A lot of these people, their indentures were family members, your kids. Because in England, they had this huge system where they would put children into servitude to deal with the vagrancy issues and the poor issues. And these kids were allowed to pick up trades and one day possibly, you know, be well off, you know, take care of their families. But so what happened when they came here to the colonies in the United States, they kept that system going. And that system was, again, it was the indentured servitude system, also called slavery. But it was slavery of your work. It wasn't of your person. You understand what I'm saying? So when they abolished slavery, they also included that indentured servitude. A lot of your famous Europeans, Benjamin Franklin, a lot of those people themselves were indentured servants in the early part of their life. And that's why a lot of them wanted to do away with that system. And they call it the system of slavery. So it's a lot to learn, people. And and you know, I got such a heart for my people and a passion that I get off track sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull this shit back in. Because if you want to know what I'm saying and you want it to make sense, spend $49 for the videos training, or spend $199 for the hand holding, which includes the video training. But right now I want to focus on Ozone, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Wallace, because they are going to go out of their way to paint a narrative that the black militias are bad and evil and we need to do away with them, so they could put us back into a mindset where they're more comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? And we can't allow that to happen. Based on their own laws through this corporation that they set up. You know what I'm saying? We have the right to form militias. We have the right to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government. You feel what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the United States of America is to black people. Tyrannical. And y'all know what happened in America. These colonizers came over here. England was doing them dirt. Was subjugating them. Them motherfuckers formed militias. War was declared. And those people took this fucking country from England. You understand what I'm saying? That's the power we possess. This is the point in history we are right now as black people. You have the right to defend yourself against a tyrannical government. A government that don't want you to protect yourself. And this son, I know, is fucking crazy, but we are in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, we got to be on code. Black one family, be one family. And the code is, we don't listen to the national narrative. We don't listen to the national narrative, because all news organs, all white news organs, are propaganda arms of the system of racism, white supremacy. All of them. No exception. We have to get our news from our people, from the new black media. Grassroots. People like me, people like Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, the Black Authority. And the reason is because this government is so used to and so good at psychological operations. They got black people, brain dead black people, thinking there's a such thing as black Asian hate. There are black people who honestly believe there's a thing of black Asian hate. So much so, you got people like Snoop Doggy Dogg and Sean King going on their platforms and backing this shit. Y'all know, like I know, black folks ain't got no hate toward no motherfucking Asians. Y'all can't wait to Friday to come and y'all go in their restaurants and get you some goddamn mystery meat fried rice. Come on, people. This is what the narratives, when they paint narratives and they push them on these national organs, this is what happens. Mindless people, black people, fall for the okie doke. I'm not going to allow y'all to do this anymore. Not on my watch. Not if I got something to say about it. This man is innocent until proven guilty. He will get a fair hearing. If there are any black lawyers who are B1 listening to the sound of my voice, and if you've just graduated from Harvard Law School and you want to make your bones, Get with this. Get on this brother's legal team. Get on this brother's legal team. We need people like you. You took up. You became a lawyer for a reason, and the reason you became a lawyer wasn't for the money. It was to help your people. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody need to hear that. You did not become a lawyer for the money. You became a lawyer because you want to make a difference. And you can make a huge fucking difference. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you. Black people make up the majority of people on this planet because of the sun. They don't want you to know that. They tell us that we are minority. Everywhere we go, we're the minority. 13, 12, 11, 14% of the population, which is bullshit. We have always been the majority on every landmass because they are a recessive gene from us. By just simple nature, they cannot be the minority. Joe Biden himself said in 20 years, he said the white race of people will be a permanent minority and that black people need to start to do business and work with Mexicans. He himself is concerned that in 20 years, their numbers are going to be so low that they're concerned about it. You can't go from being a majority and in 20 years you're a minority. You see what I'm saying? It's bullshit. That's why they go out their way every election cycle to do all kind of shit to make your vote all hard to do. They gerrymander, they cut up districts. If you were seriously, let's say 14% of the population, then your 14% vote wouldn't count for shit. Wouldn't mean nothing. Why would they even care about you voting? That's because it's all smoke and mirrors, bullshit, psychological operations, people. Y'all got to know what y'all up against. You are at war, and you need to move accordingly. You cannot be a soft target because that's the ones they're going to look for and kill every time. It's hard to kill a man that's got a gun on him. It's hard to kill a person that's ready to defend themselves. So don't be a soft target, people. Everybody in your family should know about guns, gun safety, and how to shoot. That's just common sense. But because we've all been indoctrinated into the system of racism, white supremacy, we all have a little bit of white supremacy in us. I call it an inner slave. But the technical term more likely is that we all are white supremacists. What do I mean? I mean that we think highly of white people because we've been taught to think highly of white people. We're indoctrinated in their schools to think that they discovered everything. They're the smartest people in the world. They're superheroes on all the damn cartoons and TV shows. I'm watching cartoons with my grandbabies, and the damn cartoons start them off at early age. They can't even walk yet, and you got little baby superheroes with blonde hair leading the pack of all the other different colored people. This shit, you can't make this shit up, people. It's ridiculous. We can't keep falling for this okie doke. Look, I'm going to get on down the road because I'm hot as a fuck, and I'm going to go home and try to get on the video conference, like I say, to make sure Othal Wallace is okay, you know what I'm saying? And to just let him know, man, look, it's people on the streets, we got his back. When a black man stand up for his people, we stand up with him. When a black man and a woman stand up for their people, we stand up with him. He is innocent until proven guilty. And to me, it looked like the police force targeted this man. Why else did he approach him like that? And I'm pretty sure his gun was drawn. And then he made he made a call out for, I forget it was, I'm gonna have to look at the video again, but something 7. Charlie 7. Charlie 7-7. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Charlie 7-7. Anyway, watch the video, listen for yourself. But that's some suspect shit. And listen here, I'm gonna give y'all some homework assignment. I want y'all to dig into this police officer's background. Dig into this police officer's background, because I know he in the hospital and he ain't doing good, and I don't wish him no ill. But what I do want us to do is be thorough. Find out who the fuck he is. What is his background? I think you'll be surprised at what you find out. I think you'll be surprised at what you find out. You understand what I'm saying? We can no longer allow ourselves to be handed one-sided narratives, and we be too lazy not to do our own homework and research. People, I'm gonna probably add to this video later, because right now I'm gonna get out the sun and get on down the road. But people, again, like I say, stand with your brother. We stand with people who stand up for their people, for us, black America. Okay? And on that note, B1, I'm out.